What is it? No, you just printed out my personal log and wasted some paper. Yes. Or no.
She doesn't seem surprised to be recognized. Rather sad. Something passes over her face before she straightens her back.
I am Soona Luukkanen-Kilde, the former lead programmer of Fortress Accident and RSA radios. I have over 16 years of programming experience, and I'm proficient in... If you're not here to hire me, I don't really know how I can help you. No? Yes. And? No, you're right. I'm not. I brought them here. These are my machines. Please don't touch anything. I'm working.
The machine seems almost alien with its pulsing.
Could you just... shh for a moment? Or...
It's not just rudeness.
I use the AR-1 as my RAIN prefix processing unit. Mm-hmm. Yes? You really don't know anything about radio computers, do you? All right. Well, all radio computers perform operation... I guess it is. So far I've been quite... But it's not the cheapest one on the market. Anyway, you should do some research before you decide to buy anything.
She liked telling me this. It calmed her nerves.
They are connected to my RAIN prefect. Whatever you do, great. You really like those questions.
They're bloodshot. She really hasn't been getting much sleep lately, has she?
I'm conducting scientific research here. I'm looking for the location of a tomb.
She's looking for a disruption in the radio waves. That's what her personal logs. The lieutenant raises his brows, but doesn't say anything.
Yes, that's what led me here. But I suspect it might be... Exactly. What does it mean? What do you think it is? What qualities does...
That's a little above your pay grade at the moment.
You measure it by its surroundings. By that which... But honestly, it's...
But does it have anything to do with necroplasmic life forms? Ghosts?
Ghosts? No, I don't think so. I don't believe in them either. Great. What are we talking about? And what? Somewhere underneath...
Only a faint crisscross. Strange things may float.
There's this place at the back of the church. A place where all audible...
The Pillar of Silence? Are you...
Maybe. But it's oddly close to the physical coordinate. I know. No.
She sounds mildly annoyed by this line of questioning. Her hands typing hundreds of commands into the machine.
Because it's just trial and error. And I don't have a... Great. Thanks. What? I hate it. Maybe I'd have to be on drugs to get it. But this is about those speed freaks in the tent, isn't it? Take a guess, why don't you? I can't believe they got you so easily.
Good luck. I'm not coming in there.
In white, silver, and apricot faience, the young cradled in her arms are a pair of gloves. Your knees touch the floor. The floorboards are hard and cold. There you kneel among the snowdrifts, diffuse light. The woman looks down at you, kneeling. She towers among her followers, architects, laymen, caught as that soft word passes through your mind. The lieutenant draws an X-shaped cross. Your fingertips touch your chest 4 times. Then you rise from your knees into the apricot-colored light of the window.
It's Dolores Day. The old woman was right. This is the Dolores. It's a minor landmark, not easy to find. Most maps misplaced. There used to be 7 stave churches on the coast. Les Setsas, they call them. We should be respectful here.
There it is again. A small pang of guilt. It's time to ask him what happened here.
I have a theory, yes. There was a police raid. The old woman in the village was being tactful with us when she didn't mention it. Well, your station was involved. I 3 precincts were involved in the raid, and people say Precinct 41 was one. I'm sorry, I'm not saying you were. It was a clandestine operation. I don't know anything about it. Why it was good luck. You will not get information on a confidential operation from your station secretary. It happened a while ago. It's an important to our business in Martinez now.
It's a mystery. All you know is, this is the young mother.
That's, I mean, yeah.
Yeah, it picks it. Okay. Yeah,
that's,
it picks
that's
us up.
okay.
Okay.
It'll just be a little bit echoey.
That's fine. The echo experience. It's like you're playing, you're watching a CS:GO video from.
It's lo-fi retro.
Lo-fi aesthetics. Yeah, no, this is intentional.
It really lines up with the game.
We're doing it on purpose.
This is
This is an art direction.
It's
choice.
a
Right.
aesthetic,
Yeah.
creative decision.
Oh man, who is
That's
it?
what we used to call shit work when I was a theater major. It was a creative choice.
Yeah, right. Exactly.
Really? Huh. Interesting.
Is it a
What's he
creative
doing
choice
at
or are
church?
we too lazy to do the other
No
thing?
matter.
I don't want to talk.
Yeah, Noid is right.
It's a little
Let's
fire.
get back to
It's
the
a
point.
right.
What are we gonna do about him? I don't know, man. Doesn't it feel like
Is
a
that why
major
they
hindrance
didn't
to you?
go? Is 'cause
Yeah,
of
in that,
Guys
and because they're
climbing
supposed to
around with all
drag
the guests
friend,
trying to
and
have nice friendly hyper time.
the friend's partner was in
Guess it's
the
not
emergency room the night
everyone is
before and had
welcome.
like
Maybe.
a cyst that had
I
got
guess we'll figure something. A programmer? That's odd.
What is
What
of
was
course
she
it's
Did you
that.
come
You know,
on,
it's
man?
like I felt bad.
Who are you trying
But
to feel
they're
for
gonna get together
love?
by themselves.
Get down and feel it. You'll
Of
get
course,
there,
something bad. You know,
believe
it's
me.
always there's always
Anyway,
something, right?
Now that it's settled, what a pity. That's a shame. What can we do now? Do you see a way out?
Would you-
Unity.
Yeah.
I
And you can't just evict her.
just like camped in Julie's office the weekend and just like got through a couple of texts I've been meaning to get through. One on narrative therapy,
Ooh.
one on narrative therapy,
No,
Another
Noid.
2 on
He's
narrative.
right.
Another
No, the information technologies building
Yeah.
is
He can do his climbing thing in
way
the tower.
nicer
And the
than this
programmer.
brutalist building.
The
Egghead cannot believe what you...
No worries. We'll figure it out. If coexisting fails,
Things
you can always muscle around, right? If
This
it's excellent.
worked.
Good luck, my friend. He's a quiet man, mostly a host, a declaimer of slogans.
That's good.
Well,
Those are
he's just
texts that
kind
stood
of
out
here.
as
Yeah, some
The man smiles.
particularly
I-
helpful
He's
or
a
interesting.
Goodbye, officer.
It's important. I think one of the chapters in my disc is going to be tracing the history of creative arts therapies and kind of the lineage from psychodrama.
Oh yeah.
Mostly because Paul has told me it should be, and it's something I can do like now, rather than like waiting for data.
I still think it's going to be a really valuable article in and of itself. Yeah.
And so the game therapy stuff. All the three
What
books
is it?
that have been written make the declaration that it's
That you?
rooted
Yeah.
make the declaration that it's rooted for narrative therapy. And I don't know. I think it's probably like a weird
I don't want to make
combination
anything
of a
work.
couple of different creative arts therapies.
Yes, anything.
But,
Good.
I think it's important to just kind of like break down in my head
Easy.
where
When our research
It's a
is
good
done,
come from.
she
It's a
can
good
do that.
historicizing.
What?
Yeah, and it'll
No,
frame
I don't really
kind
need
of
any
what
help with the
I'm
project.
doing in a way that
She
might be
thinks
good
about
for an
it.
introduction.
All right. Bring me the game's offside
It kind of
copy
goes
from my old
against
workspace
the way I'm
if you
planning
really want
on
to help.
writing the
No,
rest of the disc.
That's the production
in
schedule.
terms
In
of
his
like
defense,
utilizing
it was
friendship
simply like-
things
Okay,
from like
but still,
an in-game narrative to an out-of-game
it's a
narrative.
backup of my
Like,
former
there's an
employer's
in-game
project.
component to this.
The radio
Right.
game we were working on. It's stored
Hmm.
on a filament
But I think
memory,
it would be fine.
just like
Maybe
She's
some
making
appendix and stuff
it.
the
that
backup
way or
itself
something
is
else.
destroyed now. But I'm hoping to use
So,
what's left of it to
thinking about
pinpoint the
kind of
exact
overlap,
code. Yeah,
this is like
that's the
obviously
one.
coming from someone who's
You
done
can get
no
in through the
research into
bookshop.
this at
You just
all.
have to do some extra good. Then you might know the
Or
giant
does the kind of
in the
narrative
giant ice bear free.
is so I'm guessing
I just
this is a total
You've been
guess.
to the
Like the
fridge
kind of
and it
narrative,
wasn't there.
the
There was a
narrative
note
therapy
saying-
elements maybe come from
wait.
elements in
A note from
narratology.
who?
Is that
Did it
the
specify
kind of
what
extending
filament
basis
memory?
or
So fabulizing.
Approaching
Okay.
Suliswov
Yeah,
Jerisa.
Stuart brought it up in my defense.
God,
Yes,
it
right.
was
But
always
that's
thought it would
like
have made a
the
difference.
primary
The offside copy was perfectly safe when the
theorist
heads.
that they use. It's like, and it also
I
comes
won't
out of
even
Australia,
get
so it's
into
tough
the
to
heads.
know
This is getting ridiculous.
like how much of this is like weird because it's
Or-
Australian, and
I
how
don't
much of
know.
it is weird because
The
it's like
solution.
the active
hippie
communication
therapy
therapy?
techniques. You know what I mean?
It's.
Uh,
I mean, it's we have our own. You know, we
The
we, we
bookstore
can
lady
we
hates
can
me.
go to like
Says
in,
I'm part of the
Sedona
curse.
or
Right,
you know,
yeah,
like
yeah.
a new
Because
age,
she's from
new age,
Martinez,
right?
and
yeah, we have our own weird
Never,
shit.
ever
Exactly.
heard a radio. She
Um,
literally started.
but yeah,
playing
it's like
for
developing a
Once I
like a
came in one morning,
fabulum,
Mhm.
whatever.
and here's my false
But essentially, like the
might
process
need
of
to
narrative
have those
therapy is to like
It
have
hurts a bit for her
people
to say this. She's
who
not
are
too
either
happy.
vested stakeholders in you getting better, or people who have experienced narrative therapy before
Sure.
sit in the room, listen to you walk through the narrative of whatever troubles you're having,
Okay, so it's
And
like
then
recounting
repeat-
your experience.
right, and then repeat that back to you, so
Sure.
you can hear like what it sounds like externally,
Okay, that makes sense.
in a way of like externalizing that trauma and getting some distance from it.
Mm-hmm.
And so the game therapy stuff, like, all leans heavily on this notion of a narrative frame.
Mm-hmm.
It doesn't really go into detail what they mean by that.
Sure.
Which is why I was like, oh, maybe they're talking about narrative therapy. The game stuff, the narrative frame is like a fantasy frame rather than like
Mm-hmm.
narrating
Your own
your own
experience.
experiences. So
See,
it makes it a little bit different.
That's where I was. That's where I first went to. My brain would be like, "Oh, this is you're narrativizing
Yeah.
your own experience in a way that's more aligned with the fantasy elements than
Yeah.
just externalizing what you're feeling." I
Mhm.
guess. But,
And I think probably like there's a little extra distance that way, which like might or might not help,
Sure.
right? Like, but also,
it's just good to know.
yeah, I think I keep coming back to this like metaphor of like talking about tough stuff with teenagers in a car,
Yeah. Right.
where like everybody's a little bit distracted and not really like hyper fixated on the tough conversation.
Right. Mm-hmm.
And maybe that's the value of like a game therapy technique.
I think it's a really good metaphor. So there's the kind of external stimuli you have,
Yeah.
the expert experience as well.
So yeah, we'll see. And it's tough to know in my mind, before I started doing this reading,
Sure.
there was a clear lineage of like drama, like psychodrama leads to drama therapy, leads to art therapy, leads to music therapy, leads to dance therapy, leads to narrative therapy, leads to therapy.
Wouldn't that be amazing?
It would be great. It's not true, but it would have been great. And what it really seems like is a lot of these therapies are kind of spontaneously being developed and then kind of absorbed into creative arts therapy to build a coalition
In this yard,
to support the legitimacy.
someone
of
thought they could
creative
have a
arts
summer
therapy.
house in a block obscure for
Uh,
cheap. A black
So I
block,
don't know.
a part of the city left
We'll see. I've
unrenovated
got
after the
a
war.
year, 2 years.
Practically,
to get
it's
there.
not an official term in any way.
And so I think
Look
the
around.
bit it's
No,
always good
yes.
to think
For you
about
to
history
scavenge.
as well.
It's
Just
not
at least
like
have that
we should
framework,
move.
even if the contentions there are maybe not the ones that you are particularly drawn towards or want to reinforce.
I mean, I don't think like this is the uniqueness of the different projects that are humanities work and social science research.
Mhm.
Is like a social scientist isn't thinking about the narratives they want to reinforce.
Right.
Like, that's not what science is. It doesn't become. It's not a matter of like reaching for this as a goal. It's a matter of like recognizing what exists in the world.
Sure.
So that's, I mean, that's something I kind of struggle with. Is like my job as a scientist is to observe, and then I might have feelings about that, but that's a different project.
Sure.
That needs to be kind of like fenced off into like an advocacy part of my head, aside from the work of science.
Right.
That is also only one point of view.
Well, I'm not. Yeah, I think there's a lot of people who would disagree with me.
Because, like, I consider my work activist anthropology, but I also do not claim to be unbiased. So,
Right.
yeah.
And that's what
Whereas I think it's tough.
blows.
I think it's tough to fix things if you don't understand what's going on.
No,
Exactly.
I
And that's
get
where
it.
fundamentally
Yeah.
you gotta have a definition of
Yeah.
situation, or like you ain't getting anywhere from there.
That's the problem I have with trying to write.
Yes?
I'm having not an issue, but it's just another hurdle to kind of interrogate when you're trying to write something about game studies that comes from an approach that is
It's dark,
ultimately
and
a
the flashlight
more
works a lot
humanist
better
or
if you hold it in your
humanities-based
hand.
approach, where it's like, sure, I can quote this, but is it really going to help? It's not helping my point. It maybe adds context to it, but it's also taking up 1,000 words of my 9,000
Right.
word. Which is a problem I'm having. Not a problem, but it's just that I'm supposed to be editing down my Dead Rising paper, not adding words. And I'm adding more words every single day.
But maybe adding those words allows you to cut whole sections.
Test
that
failed
you know,
successfully.
Exactly. It's, my checks are getting kind of balanced out in a way. My RPG checks. No, it's just
This
there's just so
orange
much more
machine
that I want to
is
say,
dead
and then it's
still.
just the
It has a hand
classic.
crank ice cream churner
I've only got
and
9,000 words to do it, and that's 31 pages. So with references.
9,000 is you get an extra 1,000 words there. But most of the journal articles I look at are an 8,000 word there.
For some reason, for science fiction, film, and television, they have a little extra. Plus, one of our people dropped, so we have some extra space to kind of work. And I'm like, well, I'll take it. No one else wants it because since I'm the editor, I could just keep writing until my co-editor reads my paper.
And they're like, "What are you doing?" This is a science fiction journal. We leave extra space for Buffy the Vampire Slayer and nothing else.
Hey, zombies is right up their alley. So
much else to do other than wait for it to defrost or
I'm thinking about some interesting
gone.
ideas.
What better to assuage the
The more you do research, the more it's like, well, someone thought about that in a different way, and it's like, what if I don't quote them?
What if you just summarize their arguments?
Exactly.
Instead of making direct quotes?
Yeah. Which is really good. I think it's a really good practice too, of just thinking about like if you can't summarize someone else's words in your own words, then you fundamentally don't understand what they're saying, right? So it's just a good practice of just being able to do that and say like this.
And concision is tough. Like concision is the difference between good writing and great writing. Right? Like good writing is long and great writing is short.
So it's true. It's a process that's like makes me want to scream and pull my hair out, but it does. It really is. It's just a good way of approaching it. It makes you a better writer.
Pull out toolbox.
Hey, Scarlett, did you just change anything on the audio settings?
I mean, we changed our microphone.
I mean, like, recently, in the last, like, couple minutes or so?
No.
Okay. I asked one of my friends to listen to the stream to see, like, what the audio was like.
Mm-hmm.
And they just said that something changed in, like, the last couple minutes that made the audio better. So.
Strange.
Maybe it's ghosts.
Maybe it's ghosts.
Oh,
I was just curious.
now we're right in my alley. Let's
Get this dissertation.
Let's talk some more.
The man was
Sorry for
about
interrupting.
100
No,
centimeters tall.
it's good.
This is the issue with digitality.
It's
Things get better on its own. You're like, I don't know.
magic.
Or what I've been talking about, they get worse.
Magic always has a cost.
Real, true.
Thank you for naming me.
Thank you.
and Lieutenant Kitsuragi want to take the case? I have assigned the case to Lieutenant Kim Kitsuragi. Please follow up, and that's all for now. Thank you. Hold on.
It's just like reading more Alexander
I've got Central
Galloway.
Jamrod Public.
Yes, this is Central Jamrod Public
Say
Library.
information societies
He
are
sounds
only going to
worried.
get worse.
Yet.
And video games are the way we think of how we test ideas and onto to put them onto new environments.
This is like.
Lit by orange
I mean, I was talking to Julie
Yes,
yesterday.
hello, are you still there?
I was saying, like,
I found Billy Majon's home address.
Apple putting
Is that all right?
GarageBand on
No
every
phone number,
MacBook. The good
unfortunately. Here
news
we
is
go,
every
sir.
idiot in everybody's
Rue de
making a
Saint-Gilles
record, and the bad news is
33B,
every idiot in
apartment
everybody's
number
making a
20.
record.
That's where the smoker on the
Like,
balcony lives.
It's, I mean, you could even trace this argument to like something that happened like last week, right, with the Sony announcement of no more of us spacing out
Maurice,
physical
what?
media.
after like selling PS5s
it was
on the
my
nation
colleague
of like
Marie.
we're not idiots like
Billy
Xbox, we're gonna
Majon's
sell
who
discs.
returned the
You know,
call.
our disk
He
drives
also
are
asked for
so
this new
important to
sci-fi
us.
release,
And then
Rose
again,
Raven
basing that
67,
off the
but we don't have it yet.
announcement of Grand Theft Auto selling you a case with no disc
Right.
as their physical copy, which I think is also a practical thing that they didn't maybe take into consideration of the ramifications that might happen like immediately afterwards. Is the game
Also, the case costs more than the disc.
the case costs more than disc, but also the game is obviously not finished. They can't manufacture disc yet.
Yeah.
And like, because that's what I've been saying for the last, it's like the game was never going to come out because the game will never be finished because of the
This is GTA 6.
GTA 6, the kind of the influx of cash that they're getting from GTA 5. They don't have to worry about any sort of funding issues. They don't have to worry about the scope is going to keep getting bigger and bigger.
Like this is the issue with creative projects. This is why, like, when I was a songwriter, the joke was like, songs are never finished.
Sure, go ahead.
Yeah.
You set them free, you don't complete them.
Right.
And like, this is what happens when you have time to make things perfect. It's like nothing ever gets done.
Yeah.
It's never finished, and it ends up getting worse at some point.
Fit it with some proper off-road components.
Speaking
We are
of
not going to
that,
because this
George
is
R.
clearly
Martin. Where's your book at? No, it's just the ramifications of that announcement are, it's just crazy to see in real time. Like, I don't want to say history, but history being the kind of in real
And
time.
like calls for action to pirate games.
Yes.
Yeah, the response to it has been really interesting, I think.
Mhm.
Some of the, like, pundit chatter around, like, oh, this is just changing consumer habits and preferences. It's like, come on, guys. Really?
No,
Are you...
it's
Come on.
like legitimately testing the environment for the future of what you can get away with in terms of like ownership of media.
If that's what you mean, then
yeah.
It's weird though, given how many of the doc students will write about or talk about like wanting to preserve physical media. There's also a bunch of stuff. There was an article that I was reading this morning, actually, on like challenges for digital preservation and all these like digital humanities like projects that cropped up in the last 10 years.
Sure.
And how like it's really cool if you get a working group together that wants to make some digital content, but then how do you actually maintain that accessible in a way, even like 5 years from now, much less 20 years from now, when your games don't come in discs anymore and the software, like this Flash has been deleted or whatever, right?
Right.
Yeah.
And this is the issue with Flash, right?
Yeah.
So many websites are based off of like
one
Flash games.
proprietary technology, and when that goes down, like some of the video game preservation people I saw chattering about this, where like we've tried to work with industry to figure out some way of like archiving old games, so that this culture and these human
delivering a
artifacts
certificate
weren't lost, and like there's just not.
There's a reason
a lot
why
of
it's often
interest.
called the most
It won't make any money.
Yeah, so like why would we
just
do
don't
it?
say that you know how they feel. Good advice.
It's a kind of horrifying state.
The lieutenant motions.
We'll talk about that.
Who is it?
And someone
I
turns
don't
down
even
the
know how to
radio.
even approach that topic.
Yeah.
It's
Tidy enough.
you cannot imagine a world outside of this. It's going to keep going.
It's tough because like I can see an ethical reason to transfer to digital. Right? Like there's a lot of waste in the console. I mean, part of the issue is the waste is not necessarily the games on consoles. The waste is the consoles.
Yeah.
Right. But you think about like the garbage bin in New Jersey that's full of ET Atari games that never got released. To be like, all right, like,
And you're only going to get more of that in terms of like, because you think about the kind of like retro, like this like nostalgia people have for, and it's still nostalgia for older like titles, right? It's not like we haven't quite got to Xbox 360 yet, and it's like there's a lot of trash on Xbox 360.
this is what Nintendo has done really well.
Yeah,
because they've been really careful about curating their games.
I know everybody hates a walled garden, but also sometimes that's kind of the best way to handle things. If you have a really particular vision, you have the technical and artistic capacity
Just
to
keep
do
your
that.
focus.
There's interesting kind of intersection there with the kind of economics of the Japanese government,
The blood
too, right?
freezes.
Where it's like they don't, from Western perspectives, in terms of Western game development, of course, it's all driven by
But he was just here.
angel
We
investor,
understand this kind of
Xbox
very
people
good
being
show.
like, if we buy all
I
these
want you to
studios,
know that
we
you
can't
know-
not make money, right? And then realizing, oh, we're not making any money. We're actually actively losing billions of dollars right now. And now
if we
we
buy enough studios, one of them will float the other ones.
and they legitimately laid off
Just
close to
found him
2,000
there.
people this morning.
How long have you been?
If you say
So,
2 days,
and then they're
maybe,
selling
it
Double
will be
Fine,
etched
or
in a
letting Double Fine in the one who makes
eyes welling up
Hellblade.
with tears
I can't remember
as her hat.
Here.
they're letting them go independent, basically. Yeah.
No, no.
But
I just need
it's
to
just
tell
like
my girl.
in Japan, in like in the Japanese environment, since they have a more
Should I
stable
call
economic
them?
system,
No.
and they have the kind of
A day.
framework that it's like their like kind of approach to
That's
creating these art
probably
pieces
the right
isn't
thing.
purely
She
driven
can't
by
Right.
investor, stakeholder, stockholder,
What do I need to do?
equity.
We've taken him
Basically,
to the city
they
mall.
have the
The
opportunity
local
to
coroner will
make
be
that whole
contacting
garden,
you
right?
shortly
They have the
to
kind of
arrange the
space
funeral.
to curate
Is
those
there
examples,
anything else?
whereas
No, I'll call you if something comes
it's like,
up. Thank you.
here's Call of Duty.
These are her last
$90 Call of
We should
Duty.
step
I mean, also, like, the quality becomes, like, you can tell there's an artistic quality to Japanese games. So, like, I haven't played a Call of Duty game in 15 years.
Yeah.
And I'm not tempted to.
Maybe they're
I'll call the
exquisitely
station when we're
designed,
finished
but
with
I
today
wouldn't know.
and let them know.
Yeah, I mean,
I don't think I'm gonna find out
That's
either.
They're certainly not optimized, I
should
can
get
tell you
back
that,
to
because
our
they're 100 gig,
timeline.
150 gigs.
It's
So.
My friend Amy in the chat said, coming as someone who reads ebooks, it is totally about ownership of media. When you buy a book from Amazon, you're buying the license to that book,
Yes.
not the book itself.
True.
I thought that was a really good comparison to what you were saying about.
It's fascinating. I'm learning more as as I'm just listening to what Kit has to deal with in terms of like digital licensing at
it's crazy.
Carroll's University, it's fascinating to hear what the kind of background deals that are going on there and how much like work it takes to just curate that library. That one person may read that book.
Yeah. And then there's like I was actually complaining to Amy about this earlier last week or over the weekend or something, but it's so frustrating because if you go on Libby and there's like a book you really want to read and it's something that like Book Talk or BookTube or like any sort of online discussion has like been touched a little bit. On the one hand, I'm glad that like people are super excited about reading again and everything. On the other hand, you go on Libby and you look for that book. Our library has 2 copies, and there's like a 12-week wait list. Yeah. But one of my librarian friends told me that it's because the license per ebook is insanely expensive, so they can't afford.
It's like $300 per copy.
Right, and versus like a physical damn copy, you could just walk your ass down to the library and pick up. Like,
right. Yeah. Or it would probably your loan would be way shorter.
Yeah.
And it would probably cost the library less money, right? Too.
Yeah.
Oh, it's just
it's really annoying. And then I was looking for like, I don't want to give Amazon any more money.
It's fair.
But Kindle Unlimited fucking rules. I don't know if you guys know this.
Yeah.
It's great.
Yeah. And it's good to like the self-publishers too, because I think they get paid per like pages read.
And unfortunately, it does pay the best, at least from what I've heard from my author friends in terms of these platforms. So I was like, man, can I just like pay New York's public library for access to their? Like, can I just give them $50 or whatever? And it used to be a thing, but it's not anymore.
People just don't know.
It's so hard. You have to engage with these kind of.
I feel good about our work here today.
I weirdly feel very similar with British panel shows.
How so?
Please
because
tell
they're
us
not
more.
available in the States, and it drives me crazy.
Nice.
Like how you get them?
Yeah. So like, there's no way to get access to them. Like, it's programming that would I would pay you $10 a month.
Yeah.
To watch British panel show. Like if the Dave app was available, or UK TV Plus, I guess. Was available in the States, I'd be like, I'll even give you a license. I'll give you an $80 annual license.
Then I get to be a BBC license holder.
Yeah. Well, like,
for the
it's not
TV
available.
license.
Just like in Doctor Who.
Yeah, it's not available, and they have VPN detectors, which drive me crazy.
That sucks.
Wow, that's crazy, actually.
It sucks when people won't allow you to give them money to legally see the thing that they're making.
one that is sponsored by actual like institutions that not private equity.
Yeah. Like this is like not to put too fine a point on it, but this seems to be one of the biggest differences between British culture and American culture. Is like the BBC is a unified British institution that most of Britain might critique for being too leftist or whatever, but have faith in.
Right.
In a way that like PBS never was.
Did like Brexit mess that up? Because I know their culture has been going just as bananas as ours in terms of institutions decaying and
Look, I think it's decaying. It's decaying, but it's starting from a higher point.
Yeah, that's fair.
Right, and so
I think their level of decay, has more to run down the ladders than we do in terms of our
like
level
it's
of support.
The amount of BBC is like sport is like what is that stupid sports network?
Sky Sports.
No, it has like 40. It's in the U.S. It's got like
ESPN.
ESPN. There's like 8 ESPNs and an ESPN radio. Like the BBC has 5 TV stations and 4 radio stations. Right. Like so it will take longer to decay and not be a centralized institution.
Right.
But but British culture is built around what the BBC shows them. In a way that like
the man before you is naked, but for a pair of underpants.
PBS was always the thing for
the man before you.
Right. It's interesting because it's like you can hear about traditions from people like I watched this movie on Christmas because that's what they're playing on cable. Like it's not like a choice, right? It's like oh, that's playing, so we're watching the X Christmas special, or this movie, or Gone with the Wind is playing on, on...
Or like, and it creates like whole markets for like a whole class of jobs, right?
Yeah,
where like Boxing Day is panel show day because they're cheap to make and everybody's at home
to watch
wanting to giggle, right?
So it's really cool. I think that it's the kind of institutional power that kind of arts is being provided and programmed. There's so much more fulfilling in a way.
So I think where we're getting is that we Americans are being oppressed by the British for not having access to their panel shows.
They beat Mexico.
That's not what I was saying.
That's what I'm saying.
I have gone on record. I was listening to Call of Cthulhu podcast and my headphones batteries died, so it just started going through my speakers. And T lost his mind because he was like, "I can't hear spooky British people saying things. They colonized my people for so long. They colonized your people too." And I was like, "Yeah, I'm still not sure we made the right choice when we
split off." I don't know. Ben Gates from National Treasure would have anything to say about it.
I still think maybe we made the wrong choice. I don't know.
In the chat, we have a brave call. We must take Taskmaster for ourselves. Which I agree with.
We tried it and it failed miserably.
Yeah, I was gonna say, we've had this conversation before.
There was one season of American Taskmaster and it was shit. You don't want it, trust me. You don't want it. If like Dropout gets the ability to make a Taskmaster, maybe. But
I think that's the closest you'll get, probably.
It was one season that actually came out, right?
That's good to know.
It lasted one episode.
One episode? Wow.
Same as the adult version of Legends of the Hidden Temple. Like the CW
That's
put out.
funny. Oh my god.
The American boot of Taskmaster lasted one episode. They like changed the format substantially and cut it down to a 30-minute show.
Absolutely.
Why would they do that?
Because Comedy Central had a better idea of what they want. For the same reason that like the film industry thinks they know how to make video game movies better than video game movies.
That's true.
Have you seen the newest Silent Hill film?
No.
Is it any good?
No, it's not as bad as people say it is. I was watching it after I got punched in the face a few weeks ago, and maybe that helped my cognitive dissonance, but... no, I'm just...
I would give you a Canadian Taskmaster.
Yeah, there you go. I was gonna say that seems more aligned with some more.
DJ Rumham agrees it was god awful, but mostly a Comedy Central fuck up.
Right.
Sounds about right.
And like, it's funny because you'll hear interviews from Alex Horn where he's like, "We let go of too much creativity."
Yeah.
Like it was a lot. We were so excited to be in an American audience that we just like acquiesced to all of Comedy Central's demands, and it made the show substantially different.
I'm so surprised that they went along with changes to the format of the show because the format is what makes it work.
The American boot was the solution. I think first attempt.
Yeah.
Maybe Sweden was or Norway was first, but like it was the first English-speaking attempt. And like it was big money, right? Like Comedy Central offered a big
Alex Horn get paid,
and it just there was a level of excitement, and like the other thing is like it's tough for us in the States to keep in check the idea that like America is the driving force of popular culture. So if you can like get big in the States,
right? I mean, every country in the world does belong to America.
I'm gonna move past that.
We're gonna pretend that didn't. Watch out, America's playing soccer tonight, so. See how a thing called football. I would be rooting for them.
But Alex has gone on, and like the selection of the comedians was weird. Like the show works because it's silly people doing silly things.
It's also very British, and it's kind of
it's very British, and it's like the notion of panel shows is like relatively non-political.
Right.
There's not a lot of activism happening on panel shows.
Right.
There's that kind of classism element.
Entertainment,
right?
As they say.
It's
DJ Rumham says that the contestants were fucking mean to Alex.
Yeah.
Which also
it
sounds
wasn't
not
like
great.
playful. It was like There were like a lot of slurs thrown around.
Oh, that's
and,
not
like,
no.
because they just cast like
Wait.
roast comedians.
Yeah, I was gonna say what year? What the
2013.
And that kind of
That's
aligns.
just, like-
It kind of aligns with the kind of like
Yeah.
It was like
visceral.
it was, and like some of it was like very like, what's his name? He's still alive. Like the big chubby black guy who smokes a lot of pot.
Is he that died?
No.
Not Patrice O'Neill.
No. No,
That's
that's
Gabriel.
Gabriel Iglesias. How am I not remembering? He was in like a Marvel spin-off TV show.
Mikhail
like
noticed the
Cleanup
windows,
Crew.
especially with how there are no windows on the side.
Oh, no.
I know it's a deep pull.
I was like, what?
Anyway,
I read a lot
anyway,
of comics.
he
I
was
have no idea.
he was the right temperament for the show, but he was kind of the only one on that cast.
Nice to meet you.
Okay.
Ron Funches?
Ron Funches.
Yeah.
He was kind of the only one on
Okay,
that
I can
cast
see
that was
that.
like silly.
I was like,
everybody
yeah,
else was like,
Mikhail's a little tired.
it was like
today.
aggressive
We spent
feminist
all night
comedy,
trying to run all
which
this
is like
Prince Radio
very
computer.
pertinent
Have you heard of it?
in certain
It's a programming
circumstances,
language
but just
used in
doesn't
Rust.
fit
Just not.
the format of a panel
The
show.
man
You remember At Midnight?
official
Yeah.
cadence,
That seems to be more aligned
or
with
someone who's been on too
something
many
that
radio
those
shows.
comedians that are aligned with
But I
that.
assume you're
Would have been
not
better
properly
off
doing
for-
it. There are
yeah.
so many real things to see.
One of the things I like
Just
about
as I was
Taskmaster
saying,
Master
Like
is
a Ron
how
Funches Pete Holmes
Pete
vibe.
Pete Holmes, yeah, I was gonna
like
say Pete
Paul F.
Holmes.
Tompkins
Yeah.
and
Yeah, the kind of like
Why?
Comedy Bang Bang.
Aha.
Yeah,
yeah.
It's not
along
just
that.
any
Yeah.
empty old
But I
building.
like
What
the
not a
tone
lot
of
of
it.
people
Like, I
know
think that
this
is
used
part
to
of
be
what
the
makes it work,
R&D
because you have
department.
people doing these ridiculous,
What's
humiliating
R&D?
things, but it doesn't feel like a Schadenfreude
Apologies,
kind of
it's an
show.
acronym for
It feels like a, oh, that's kind of fun. I want to see if I can peel an egg efficiently without using my hands, right?
Everybody's in on the joke.
Yeah,
This is
yeah.
the big thing about the show. In a
Yeah.
way that like
And they started out as a midway
it didn't
electronic
seem
outfit
that
in
way
Killingstein
in
2
the
centuries ago.
Yeah,
Still,
I can see that.
Like,
Tricentennial
people-
was beating them in business
people were
missions.
too competitive, and this is
Fell
also the
at
difference
an ace up
between
their
like
sleeve. Or should I say,
British
they were
panel
developed. It
shows
was
slash
here in
British
Martinique,
reality TV and
possibly
American
in
reality
this
TV.
very build.
Where,
An
like,
elegant folding
when
mechanism
you
for
win a
floors and
panel
Faraday
show
ribbons,
or a
possible
reality
enough to
TV
be a
show
take-it-home
in
solution,
Britain,
which
you
is a
get a
feat
cake.
of engineering.
Right.
Even
And
today,
when you win in the States, you get $1 million.
Yeah, I was gonna say,
Right? Like,
yeah, you get
these are different. These are
Yeah.
different stakes,
That's true.
right? And
That's
so it
true.
trains
The
audiences
emotional project
and
never made it to the
participants to
market.
Right.
approach them in
Feld's
very
move to
different
Rebashol
ways.
backfired. The
Um,
revolutionary
You're not
government
necessarily going
liquefied their
after everything
assets,
as if
and
I
all of
nail
this was
a
built by
right
Feld,
obnoxious
even a
reality
boardwalk.
TV show
While
character, I
Pines
get
built
my own
Martinez,
spin-off.
yes,
Yeah.
they even built a
That's the
president,
problem with
but
New
that
Survivor.
destroyed
Yeah.
Is
Major
every
William?
single person who goes on
Perhaps
there
reminded of a child.
seems
That's
like they
the
have
problem
the-
with
It's
this.
clear he would.
Yes.
That
Yeah,
is, that's
wait,
the one
That's the one problem. That's the problem I
I
have.
see.
It's a problem I personally have with New Survivor.
And
Is
it's
every
the only one.
it's everyone on there is obviously like trying to get like a podcast spinoff. Or, like they're not actually there to like they're not just like if you go watch old Survivor, it's like
Their goal is to make it on the traitors next season.
yeah, exactly. It's like it's like these like people who are like you know it's like it's all the good great characters we love because they're just people and they're just there being themselves and they're like crazy people and they don't watch television a lot. You know?
Right.
It's Coach putting all the different Asian cultures together to make him into like what he calls the Tidewalker. He's a great character. He's appropriating all these different cultures, but he's a great character. They don't make guys like that anymore.
There is.
Maybe for the best, but at the same time, great television character.
But this is a fundamental difference, right? Like,
Yeah.
like if you like there are British panel shows where if you win, you get a toaster.
The device itself was
Right, like
very
you get
elegant,
the
very cool.
uh,
Though I understand
Richard
that
Osman
yes,
Right.
the official
game
name
night
of the prototype.
toaster if you win.
That's
Who
the
knows?
famous
Maybe
prize
it
you
was-
get for
but of
turning
course.
someone gay.
What
You get a
else?
toaster
A
oven.
toaster oven.
No, thanks, Jim.
Well, that's good to know.
Yeah.
I'm trying to think if I deserve a toaster oven now, and the answer is probably.
Yeah.
That's really funny. I forgot. That's so funny.
That's a deep cut.
Yeah.
It's from high school, man.
Yeah.
High school for you and me is different than high school for these other youthful children.
I brought in actually.
Don't throw me in
So
there.
my mom's been bringing me like
Great my
boxes
beard.
of crap
Looks like
from my
tomorrow.
house with all my old stuff in it, and I had
Because
a.
it's not an empty nest until all your shit's out of her attic.
So I brought in today. I think it's on the table somewhere over there. Scarlett was looking at it.
It's a
program from Anime Central in 2002.
Oh.
Hell yeah.
I love
It was a real blast from the past.
old
Yeah.
image.
Enjoyed looking at it.
I was a sophomore in high school.
Hell yeah.
My
I think that might have been my first anime convention. Either that or I went in 2001, I don't know. What were you saying, Jordan? Sorry.
my mom found my old Better Call Saul blanket from the first season of Better Call Saul.
Here's what I'll
You
say
could donate it to the
Sorry.
lab.
Here's what I'll say.
I want so many more details.
That's it. That's all.
What is this?
I
Googling Better Call Saul
am
I have a picture.
amused by the notion that you referred to it as an old Better Call Saul blanket.
Yeah, that show just
Because
came
that
out,
show
right?
seems pretty
No,
new
it's
to me.
actually Better Call Saul. I've had it for over 10 years, so
Oh no.
a decade.
Some kind of
In my mind, Breaking Bad ended 3 years ago. So
This is incredible. It looks like a Saul ad, kind of.
You can buy it on AMC.com.
Hell yes.
I think Better Call Saul's been ended for almost 4 or 5 years now.
Yeah. That's a really good show, man.
Yeah. So, time's moving, Brian. Get with it.
Yes, Gary.
My
We can
head
go.
can catch up to my bones.
Just have to do one more round.
More in check.
See if
I mowed Stu's lawn yesterday and my body hurts.
being a phasmid.
I'm like, how do you do that? He has a big lawn. It took me a long time.
It's my hypothesis that it has evolved, but I cannot
It's electric
prove
lawn.
it.
Charge the battery 3 times.
I'm expecting it to
Luckily,
be
he has
quite
2,
giant.
so you can keep swapping them out.
When we lived in Chicago, we had to mow the lawn. We had to mow half the lawn at a time because we only had one battery.
Not yet.
And we lived on like a third of an acre lot, so it was like, all right, mow the front today, or mow the side because we lived on a corner lot. So
It's the first credible. I have to
We have
resist
no
the
grass to
thought.
mow. It's my favorite thing about our house.
our house now, like, I could cut the grass with scissors.
Oh, yeah.
It would not take
The
long.
females don't need males to reach.
There is something very cathartic.
Makes it
Maybe this is
easier
just
for a
me from working
species to
construction for
survive.
half my life, but there is something cathartic about
Insulinian
actually finishing the
phasmid
task.
is a very well.
Not like we do now. But the tasks take 3 years, and I can't see any tangible progress for a year and a half at least.
Dude, that's what Stardew Valley is good for.
Sounds like you need to start applying for grants because there's lots of steps along the way.
Oh, that would be
Finish your grant proposal.
Hey, actually, that is a thing we could do. Is look at like
Unfortunately,
research
human
grants.
stuff doesn't include grants.
I'm doing this for science.
We should look at microphone grants.
People aren't as interested in affect, the kind of conceptualization of affect being zombies as they are as tangible evidence that you can actually have. An observation
He's dead set on
of
I
people
could
you're
go for some trips.
Yeah, data helps.
It does.
Yeah. I don't know what to tell you. Data is more compelling than notions. Yes.
You take that back right now. I won't let you say that to me. I'm fighting words.
Notions come from data.
Yeah. When I submitted to Analog Game Studies for my tab, the first feedback I got was, "You collected data for this paper? We won it." It's like, okay.
Research chemicals.
I'm
The
shaking my
pheromone
damn
should
head.
attract the insect to you, or at least prevent
As a
it
film
from
study
bolting
here
beside
in
it.
trade.
It's quite potent. Will last you
Yeah, I
about
picked a
week.
different route. I don't want to call it a better route,
Your
but
choice.
certainly a more
As I
tangible
see-
route.
That is true. But it's also what I love about it is I get paid with just my words. And I get to
Yeah,
actually
that's
try-
true.
try
I'll
to-
say that even within anthropology,
This
I
is
get a
the
lot of
smell
heat
of
about
I hope
games
you're not
and,
buying
like,
this. He
practical
dispenses it
that
without letting me
apply.
touch the canister, so
Like,
it will
that's
be
fine,
precious.
but I'm the one with
It
the
is
job.
precious.
So,
Yes, you two can pack up.
Ouch!
we can split hairs here, but only one of us has got a job that got grant funding for
He
his
seems
dissertation.
reluctant to
So,
talk about
My mom always said about me, you were just born in my generation.
sorry that Thomas won it, because my work is weird. Because they're like, "Oh, we think of your dissertation
Agreed. No, as I
for your
said,
job." So,
no.
like, work you do for your
Of the list of
dissertation.
two categories, yes,
Like, that's
we
cool. And I was telling Thomas, he was
cryptozoologists
like, you
are
know,
brutally honest with ourselves.
every once in a while, I
More
think
so
that
even than the public.
as academics, the dean should be able to come into our office and see us just going,
Yes.
"Huh, And that should count as work. And I was like, I'm not disagreeing with you. But
That's so real.
I was like, sometimes writing is about not writing. I don't know. Like,
That's so real.
I had a lot of trouble with that when I managed designers and researchers.
The what?
Because when I took over
You're
as
just talking
manager
to
of
that
the team
cute,
in
the
my last
most
job,
dangerous cryptid
one of the things
is
I was trying to get them to understand,
get.
and I was
It's
the
like
government,
you
they were
can't.
contractors, was
That's what makes
if you
it
guys
so
are having
dreadful.
shower
Of course,
thoughts
it's
that
the
like
body's
lead to
found.
something
A detective.
worthwhile, build
Pardon
me.
me, I did not
Yeah.
wish to
That's
see.
work.
Understood.
That's what that is.
Yeah.
It's not just pumping out deliverables or like sitting there so that I know that you're at a computer all day. I don't care about that. I want you to do the work.
I saw the same thing when I was doing professional piano. Like, people would be like,
By
"Oh,
all
it's a
means.
4-hour game. I'll be here for 4 hours."
And you're like, no,
Yeah,
no.
12 hours of work that goes
Yeah.
into a 4-hour game.
Yeah.
Like,
Like the work is not the product that you can sell. The work is
when I
like,
get to the
it's
table,
the thing.
most of the work is done.
Yeah.
Like, this is the easy part.
Everyone
Right,
hates
yeah.
them. Even they hate themselves.
But it's wild. It's hard to get people to like when they're
Industry.
used to working in that very. I must show you my work
It's about
product.
deliverables, yeah.
Yeah, it's really hard to get them to switch back out of it again. And people are right to not trust you. That it's okay to switch back out of that.
Wow, we're just talking about the conditions of capitalism.
Yeah.
You know what? I'm gonna make a wild suggestion for you, Jordan. Are you ready?
Mm-hmm.
More like capitalism.
Oh, oh, got him. If only Mark Fisher was around to hear this.
I think I just solved Marxism right here.
You're the first person to have a scathing, witty critique of capitalism.
Wow.
Nailing it.
Yeah. That's the really hard. That's a part of it's that it's so intertwined with game culture in terms of this, where it's like, well, I'm just writing about the uncertainty of capitalism, right? It's just that's just what it is. That's just what horror games are, right? You know, and it's just like I'd rather almost not kill myself by just thinking about the most negative thoughts of all the time. But you know, that's okay.
This is why I did a whole paper on professional wrestling. Because reading about depressed teenagers got to be a bummer.
I was gonna say anything, you know, it's like I know my vibe is horror game vibe, and that's who I am. I listen to scary music while I write. But
it's surprising to me that there haven't been. I guess like part of it is there aren't like conservative values focused game studios necessarily, but it's surprising to me that there aren't games. Like you would think that a vampire genre could develop about the fear of like liberalism and the fear of like
the fear of queers.
Queer or like just like other.
That's like what half
right?
of vampire queer retellings are.
Right. There's like a fear of the others,
yeah,
right? In general,
right? Invasion by the other.
Yeah.
Classic.
Right, and it's bizarre to me that there hasn't been
I meant no offense.
real attempts to like capture that in a
That's
video game
fascinating.
format.
Yeah.
Because all the vampire games are like, you're a vampire.
It's cool. Have you thought how cool it is to be a vampire?
There's one game where it's like, I think it was called Vampire, where it was like, it's a real hassle to be a vampire because I kill people that I don't want to.
Right.
But like,
it's the same with
kind of
Vampire the Masquerade in a way.
This is
But that also feeds into how bad the game is. Like the actual game itself, where it's like the wonkiness of the game is like part of being a vampire, right?
I can't actually pick this fight. I just know that a bunch of my friends have been running
It's a great
vampire thing for like 15 years.
You're talking about the video game?
No, it's the video game.
Oh, the video
Yeah, it's the
game,
video
not
game.
the RPG. Okay.
It's one of my favorite video games of all time.
Okay.
But it's
But
bad.
it's shit.
It's a bad
Oh, is
game.
it?
It's not a good game. It's a very bad game. And I'm the first to recognize that.
And I will say that within the lore of Vampire, it's not about like we don't want to kill people because we feel bad. It's about we don't want to kill people because we'll expose ourselves.
Exactly.
Right,
So
yeah.
it's kind of self-isolate.
It's not a heroic RPG like role playing game in the way that like sometimes Werewolf can be.
Right.
But Vampire is very like a PvP, like diplomacy focused game.
And it also gives you the boundaries of the game space, right? Too, where it creates that wall of structure where you can actually kind of interrogate where you're playing, right? You can't do that because you will expose all of us.
I pulled up a Reddit thread. Ask conservatives.
Nice.
Or someone is asking about conservative video games. But these are general answers, not necessarily.
Yeah, I was going to hear it. That would be fascinating.
I mean, like Call of Duty is like.
Yeah.
That seems to be the trend.
Yeah,
I mean,
like
Call of
the,
Duty's-
like the hyper nationalist like.
I've got like
just,
Counter Strike,
military
Tom
games.
Clancy, Homefront, Assassin's
Shooty
Creed, all
games.
that stuff.
Shooty
Right?
games.
Boy games.
Right.
Right.
Well, like Madden shooter games.
Everything's
right? Like,
gender.
The gamers who play Madden or sports and shooter.
Yeah.
I think technically, like a lot of management games are oftentimes like conservative by nature. 'Cause It's about usually exploiting the system so you can benefit as much as possible.
It feels tongue in cheek when I play this.
I think it depends.
Well, you're still.
Where you're managing resources.
Yeah. The thing about business. The problem is.
Wait, there's games about business?
Oh
yeah.
Like-
business.
all the
Tycoon
Tycoon
games.
Oh, the Tycoon. Yeah, you're right.
These
Those
are the
are about
business
business.
games.
Okay, yeah.
I mean, even the ones that are tongue in cheek, you are still contributing to the ideology, right, of exploitation and and contemporary capital. There's one very fascinating one that I actually read an article on recently about zombie ontology. We were speaking about undead business or necropolitics recently, a few weeks ago. But there's one called Death Road to Canada where it's a business sim zombie game, and it's like extracting the labor from the undead, like legitimately, like it's a new form of labor, right? I mean, that's been
It's a very Red Wizards of Thay approach.
Yes, and I mean that's been in zombie culture since the 1920s. The Haitian zombies are the ones that come back to life so they can work the fields, the sugarcane fields for free, right? Yeah. But in a video game, like that closeness, really makes it the kind of intimacy of the kind of actions that you're doing, makes it like testing those boundaries again. That we're talking about. But looks like we're wrapping up.
That's it for
Oh
today.
my god, that's it? Alright.
I made some progress. I was doing things.
Yeah.
I locked in.
Yeah, you did.
We made some
Wait,
progress.
what happened? Can you give us a really quick recap?
I got locked off from doing a thing because I wasn't strong enough, so we'll try to do it again tomorrow in game. Still can't get into harbor, so I don't know if I can't do anything with the body. But we found a dead guy and reported that there's just an accident. And then now we are trying to get the cryptozoologist to go back to his wife.
Oh, yes.
Always trying to get cryptozoologist.
She is worried about
As
him.
you do, right?
So we're doing a bunch of side quests. The murder will get solved eventually.
Exactly.
Alright. See you Wednesday.
Thank you, Chad.